Well, I've been cruising around on the rig, and I was trying to find this particular shrine that I'd been to very recently. You'll find it in probably my very last video. What was that, 3 weeks ago or something? And I've been just riding around everywhere trying to find it. Can't find it. And in fact, I rode past, what was this, 3 or 4 shrines, and I'm like, nope, that's not the one, and nope, that's not. It's around here somewhere. And in fact, there's quite a number of shrines. There's this one. So I was like, you know what? The gods decree. That's it. So if you get right, that's it. I'll just come to this one instead. you know. So strangely enough, I was here totally on my own, and this old lady just came along with this, like, this trolley-looking thing with some tools and shishies. And she did the prayer thing there and the prayer thing there, and off she went up into the mountains there. So she must be growing something. Right. Of late, it's been a bit tough. Back in mid-November, so let's just say the 15th of November last year, I managed to fall in a fire and broke a bunch of bones, and like they heal and break and heal and break, and I've been sort of, I don't like, what do you call it, painkiller drugs and stuff like that. They make me feel woozy and all. So I drink myself to a point where they just don't hurt anymore, you know. And unfortunately, I go on this bar hop thing with this bloke, and it's really fun. And each bar you go to, you get a stamp, and sometimes there's 5 bars for that event, and sometimes there's a big one each year, and it's 30 bars, and we've accomplished that one. But the last time I ended up walking out of this last restaurant bar thing, you know, restaurant bar, and so I walk out, and a car went by me, and just all of a sudden my whole body just collapsed. You know, I was just rolling on the road. Luckily there was another car rolled up, and just that second or two that went by, and then boom. My, that could have ended up. Well, you wouldn't be seeing a whole bunch of my videos if it was just a couple of seconds different. But anyways, some people get snotty with me about it, and I mean, it's what, November 6th now, maybe November 7th or something in some other people's lands, and I don't know, people just don't understand this. But the thing, it'll be the anniversary in about 9 days of when that happened. They break and they heal and break and heal. And if only these people that get snotty with me about it would just, if only I could just magically give them what I'm dealing with, just for 24 hours. There you go, take that. They'd have a far better inclination of where I'm at. Anyways, just soldier on. Now, so I was just like, well, I'll just go to this shrine. I'm gonna try and find that shrine on Google Maps at some stage, because I want to go back there. Now, I got something to show you. Actually, this lady, she came here because there's a Suzu bell up there, and so she prayed to this one, you know, doing the claps and all that, and then she went to that one. So I don't generally see that. They usually do one. Right. What we're going to do is have a shishi. Check out this shishi. It's one of those ones with the ball moves, which is awesome. And there's the other shishi over there. This beautiful Buddhist temple bell. Okay, this is a Shinto shrine, and this is Buddhist, but hey, and this particular one, this gold one here, has, let's see, on that one, if you can see, this type of lip thing you'll find in Meiji period plates. They have this thing that represents the lip of your mouth. And what I did was it came with this round cushiony thing here, which is interesting. And this is just a top bell. I mean, just absolutely beautiful. Got the sizes and all that sort of stuff. I've got a few other things over there I'm going to include. Now, I cut up this old bit of wood. This is antique wood here, and this is a bit of kimono obi got a whole bunch of Olbies laying about, and I figure I'll just put this on just for some cushioning. So I'll just include that because I don't have a striker for it. And you only have to strike it very lightly. It's just remarkable sound. Yeah, a remarkable sound, isn't it? My, hold on, it's a bug. Beautiful. Right. Call this the gold bell. Just beautiful. I'll give it a harder strike. I haven't struck this much at all, actually. I think the camera mic will just go crazy over that. That was way too much. The camera mic get too close, that probably just went. Yeah, let me try a little bit harder. I've got a bit more cushion in that. Maybe I should have put a bit more on it. I haven't struck it much, but it's perfect. No cracks, none of that. It's just perfect. It's beautiful. Gorgeous. So I haven't worked with it at all, especially with this, because I only just made it, you know. I don't know, maybe an hour ago. I've been riding around this whole district. Oh, it's home. My. I'm going to have to get a GoPro one of these days. Someone out there's like crazy rich. Buy me a GoPro. I'll hook it on the rig. Rig didn't want to go today, but after 20 minutes it was just like rap, brap. And yeah, some Richie out there, and I can ride around and just show you. Just wow. Actually, I can see a Buddhist temple just down there in the shape of the my. Gorgeous. First time being to this shrine. Yep. I'll sit that up a bit straighter. The gold bell. That is wow. Just wow. Just wow. There you are. Yeah, so of late I've been sort of hitting it really hard and way too hard. Having a few drinky poos and just way too hard. And I don't know. I've got to find a new strategy, you know, of dealing with this, and it's just how I have to, you know, when the chips are down, just I don't know, just be you, you know. I better come up with something a bit better philosophically. Yep. What do you reckon, shishies? All right. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. You live, and then you die. And whatever happens in between, happens. Yeah. Okay, let's go and have a look at this. Right. What I want to do is, see, we're heading into winter right now. It's just gorgeous, the weather, but it will plunge into cold. And I kind of swore I'd never see another Japanese winter. Not exactly the thickest of fellows. I might be thick up there, thick, you know, and don't have a whole lot of body weight, so the cold just it gets to me. Oh yeah. Fear the cold. Right, this beautiful black kimono will clean up. Will be included, and it's got, you know, come on family crest. Well, a bit dusty. That will be included, and this gorgeous. I put that box thing on the floor pan area. Floor pan, whatever. So I've got my feet sticking out here. I'm riding around everywhere, and my legs started to get real sore. And I'm like, oh, because I couldn't find that shine. I will find it. eventually. And so I was like, no, that'll do, I have to stop. Every set of lights, I'm like standing up and trying to wiggle my legs and get them all working again. Beautiful. This is the incense from the I've got a bit of stuff on me too. The incense from shrines and temples. From the Matsu tree. Oh wow, that looks really cool. I'm going to go and have a look at that in a second. And this here is from my Buddhist resources, from the National Treasures series. And there's Buddha right there, National Treasures series. Shilizu. So I don't know how you say National Treasures in Japanese, but that bit there, Shilizu. Alright. Okay, that's that. So you get the incense, you get that picture there, and you get this kimono, and you get the striker and the beautiful bell, and the that beautiful ring cushion thing. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, I'll just have to remember that for when you got to list how many items are in a box. Oh, pardon my voice and all. It's kind of just pushing through a bit of pain. It's you know, that's right. I'm going to do this. Yeah, a bit of ki. Right then. Yeah. Let's have a little bit of a stroll around here, shall we? I really like going to shrines and temples. It's really, really nice. I can imagine here when they have their, what do you call it, Matsuri type stuff, and here there's a bit of cherry blossoms, and they'd have the Hanami parties here, sitting here all having a bit of a yahoo. I guess I've had too many yahoos in my life, and that's why it is the way it is. How long will this video? This camera usually flicks off at about 15 minutes or something, so I'll try to make this quick. Check this out. The spiders sure like living here. These spiders aren't poisonous. Look at that. That's beautiful. In fact, reminds me of a shrine I went to recently. I met a fellow that was just briefly. This is how they do all this stuff. See, and he was practicing this ground ball stuff, and he told me that the reason why the shrine's all new is because it was burnt down. It burnt down. I don't know if it was burnt down. It burnt down. So I presume some baddie arsonist or something had a go at it, because just recently, just read the news this morning about a castle in Okinawa was burnt down. Apparently there might have been an arsonist there that I mean, who does that? Look how beautiful this stuff is, you know. Look at this, like I was saying, see, no nails or nothing like that, it's all done like that. I mean, the craftsmanship, the workmanship, the hard, serious labour. Hard, serious labour that they put into this. And if someone just comes along and burns it, you know, that's just... Doesn't God sort them out instead of sorting me out all the time? God doesn't seem to like me too much. Oh, maybe it's me that's the fault. Maybe it's all my fault. Probably. What do you reckon, Shishi's on? Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, this old lady, she came along, you know, dragging her trolley, and off she went up there. yeah, I feel this. There's this like V piece that's through the X-rays. That, see, I've got like 3 breaks, and they just keep. Yeah, there's this V piece, and I mean, this has been going on 9 more days, and it's a year. You know. Oh, well, people get snotty with me. You know. There she is, way over there, digging something or other. Isn't this nice? Bamboo. Reminds me of Osamu Dazai's Blue Bamboo. Osamu Dazai was a wonderful author. He killed himself. What a wonderful author. She's over there digging away, growing something or other, isn't that nice? After I mention that. Well, there we go. There those things. See? That would have been some construction and some structure. Alright. Well, I'm gonna. Yeah, these spidery things here. If you're rapping downhill on mountain bikes, you know, you get just spiders all over. That's fun. You can see in there, there's a little tatami. It's all off case that's all polished wood, but in this case, it's all tatami. I wonder if it's open. Sure,